Now, do you believe that these creatures were human?
That was not human.
What color were they?
Like green, gray.
We asked them to draw what they saw. To the best of your ability, draw what you recall. Don't look at each other, just focus on your own pad and try from your memory to draw a picture of the creature that you saw. This is what you drew, and describe this. What is this? And what are these?
These are, they look like ears, but they have like they look like antenna, like light.
And large eyes?
Large eyes, a lot of teeth.
No nose?
No nose, no.
Describe this if you can.
You know, this is what I saw. The light was beside him.
Yeah.
I've tried to make the skin color, the skin tone I had. One of the legs, they look bent.
4 months since that mysterious night, the Kenmores say they are still haunted by whatever was lurking in their backyard.
I already said what I had to say. If you want to believe it, believe it. I don't care no more. And just move on, guys. Forget about it and just bye.
So the Las Vegas family that saw a UFO crash in their backyard in the beginning of this year have a bizarre update over what they saw. They drew the alien that they saw in their backyard. I honestly didn't know this interview existed. I did one last search on this Las Vegas family to see if I could find any update, any more information on their whereabouts. And come to find out, they did an interview 3 months ago in September. In August, the young man Angel said he saw nothing and that his family had to move. And that was pretty much the last we heard from this family. Yet they're doing interviews directly after making that statement, drawing this alien. And you would think this story would be pretty big. Matter of fact, this story is pretty buried about this drawing. This would be on the levels of a certain woman, a certain name that shouldn't be mentioned, because it really riles some people up, drawing her MFer. So here's the thing, and where I'm conflicted, because this alien looks like an everyday household gray. This gray alien that they're drawing looks like the same gray alien that abducted Betty and Barney Hill. It looks like the same gray alien that we see in Hollywood movies. So you have to ask yourself, what exactly is going on here? Were they just doing this for clout? Were they saying they had to move to build up the story and gain more clout from claiming a alien crashed into their backyard, 2 10-foot aliens? When they said they moved and they couldn't be found, it really built up the mystery, but pretty much people stopped talking about this story. It became a know-nothing story because other stories took its place. And now, like I said, the family's coming out and speaking out once again about seeing something. But I just can't help but feel that something's wrong here. Did this interview come out directly after they saw these aliens crash into their backyard? Was this interview something that happened in June or July when they first reported this alien? Because like I said, why are they coming out 3 months later when everybody's looking for this family, saying they saw these aliens and UFOs and this is what we drew? But only a couple months prior, they said they saw nothing. We want our privacy. Leave us alone. This makes absolutely no sense. So then you might be saying you're giving the media way too much power, that they are dropping this interview, they're creating this story that happened months ago, directly after they saw this alien, and they're pretending it's brand new in September, just to either create a distraction or sweep this story under the rug. But you have to understand the media has a lot more power than you realize. They are controlled and run by the CIA, thanks to things like Operation Mockingbird that was declassified. So I wouldn't doubt one bit that this interview took place June or July. August, they said they saw nothing, leave us alone. And then in September, the news are dropping this interview like it's brand new. I wouldn't be surprised about that whatsoever. What's so bizarre is that the news agency Inside Edition, and they were the only ones to interview this family when it comes to this drawing, never once asked them, well, why did you go into hiding? Why did you say you saw nothing, but now you're saying you saw something? They asked them no updated questions whatsoever. And like I said, this interview supposedly took place in September. When it comes to a certain name that can't be mentioned, she did about 1,001 different interviews. But this family, when it comes to this drawing, when it comes to what they saw, I can only find one interview when it comes to this drawing. And in September. The whole thing is just very bizarre. If they were doing this for clout, they would have a lot more interviews lined up, given the fact we are in a day and age where UFO and alien stories are selling like hotcakes. They could write a book. Hell, they could even do a Netflix movie about that day. But all we know, the last time they said anything was that we saw nothing, leave us alone. The only thing that makes me believe that this was a legit incident, as opposed to this being fake, is how the police reacted. Maybe if this Las Vegas family that saw this UFO crash in their backyard was alone in this story, then I could say, okay, yeah, maybe they were doing it for clout. Maybe they were doing it for some kind of monetary gain. Because I can't prove what their motives are. I can't. But when you have the Las Vegas police, who also saw something crash from the sky, acting very bizarre and strange in the story as well, then it's time to say that something is indeed going on here. Police arrive to this family's 911 call. They go to the backyard. The whole time body cam footage is on, but they go to the backyard and instantly they turn the body cam off. Now one could say, yes, there's something back there. Maybe the family didn't want the public to see, but then why not keep the audio on? Why turn the audio off as well? That makes no sense. This whole thing is just strange, and I'm not buying the fact that this alien drawing was the most recent story on this family. We also have the Las Vegas police once again redacting 16 minutes of backyard footage. They destroyed whatever they captured on that body cam. They also destroyed the audio. What's even more bizarre is that the police, or we are believing it's the police, set up out of their own expense, out of their own pocket, a high-tech camera on top of this family's home. When have you ever heard of the police setting up a camera out of their own expense, or given any type of technology to a resident when they have an issue? If they're called out due to some kind of incident in the neighborhood and they go to a home, they'll say, okay, have a nice day. If it happens again, give us a call. But you will be in charge of that expense of setting up a Ring camera or some kind of other camera. So it really seems like whatever agency set up this camera really want to be controlled when it comes to this backyard. But what exactly did these people see? What exactly crashed into their backyard that has the police also acting very strange? The only thing that's in Las Vegas or Nevada is Area 51. What they witnessed was probably a man-made craft. A high-tech man-made craft coming straight from Area 51. Quite possibly even a test from Project Bluebeam. So let's go with the theory, and I'm just saying it's a theory. I'm not saying this is what I believe, but the theory is that these beings come from outer space. They come from another planet, and they mastered space flight. They mastered time. They mastered how to bend gravity to their own whim. Yet, coming to Earth, they're nothing more than a New Jersey driver. They easily crash. I'm only saying that because I'm from New Jersey, so I know what I'm talking about. But these spacecraft, if they do come from outer space, they don't even make a sonic boom when entering the Earth's atmosphere or leaving. They show no traces of playing with our physics. But like I said, oddly enough, these super advanced beings that have mastered physics cannot handle their spacecraft that they mastered on Earth. They're crashing them. I know somebody in the comment section is going to say, Minutes of Horror, are you saying that aliens come from outer space? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying, now if anything, what I believe is that these beings known as aliens, because like I said, alien is a very broad term. It can mean anything that doesn't identify from a current location, place, or area. These beings or entities, whatever you want to call them, either reside in our waters, in our oceans, or come from another dimension. I really don't believe we saw the true form of these entities. I do believe a lot of these entities, like the ones that crashed in this family's backyard, including this UFO, is very high-tech, man-made machinery that will be used in an upcoming event that they'll claim is aliens, but it's really coming from the lab. People might say that's foolishness, that's crazy talk, but I am a firm believer that Project Bluebeam is a card that will be played in the near future. But I'm not saying that other entities don't exist. I am sure there is something else that resides here alongside of us, but we just have not seen them or their true form. The closest I do believe that we have seen is Aleister Crowley's drawing, Lamb. We even have news reports on June 13th, 2023, family that reported aliens in backyard go silent. So the news and media are aware this family went silent and possibly went into hiding, and yet nobody asked them in this most recent interview, well, why did you go into hiding? Why did you go silent? I don't know. I'm not buying it. Are you? Comment below. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.